ستاره میرم نواکه ستاره میرم نواکه ستاره میرم
Truthfully, I never thought it would have such a big impact on Afghanistan. I thought it would just be a small musical show, but it's become so much larger than that. After airing the first show of Afghan Star, I realized how tough it was going to be and that I needed to expand my efforts a lot. So I worked day and night to make it as good as possible. And in all honesty, now this really is the largest and best way of promoting democracy in Afghanistan. Now every young Afghan truly knows the value of their vote. Just one person can make such an impact on the future of their own country. When they send their vote to their favourite singers, they understand what that means. And when they don't, they might feel guilty if he loses. And this is going to help not just in the presidential election, but in the parliamentary elections and any other elections you can think of. According to a survey, 60% of the population of Afghanistan is below the age of 20. And they love music, they love dance, they love democracy, and they want to live in a peaceful, calm country. And the only entertainment they really have in Afghanistan is television. So Afghan Star, being one of the most popular and most viewed live programs in Afghan history, the young people, they love to participate in it. And if not to participate by text messages, they just love to watch the show. In Afghanistan, it's hard for our women. This is something that everyone in the world knows about. And if they want to be on television, cinema, making music, dancing, theatre, etc., then that's going to be very difficult for women.
یک دختر نباید اقضا آزاد باشه.
When Lima came to Afghan Star, we were getting lots of threats, either by SMS, emails, or phone calls to us at Tolo TV, saying that this is against our culture, this is against our religion, you're not doing good things, etc., etc. Whether they were Taliban or not, we don't know. But we have different groups of people living in Afghanistan who have the same ideologies or similar ideologies to the Taliban, and they were making threats. Well, people are the same everywhere in the world. If someone's an Afghan or a Westerner, it makes no difference. These people who criticize us think that we're ruining our culture. Now, it's true, Afghan Star is a reality show that was an idea that came from the West, but here, the music we play on Afghan Star, it's our music. So we haven't once stepped out of our indigenous culture at all. I don't think it's possible to ruin your culture if you are displaying your culture. We just changed the show into an Afghan format to show Afghan culture and to promote our people. How does that destroy our culture? I never thought that I would leave Afghanistan. People think that I escaped from my country. I did not escape from my country. I was forced to leave my country due to several problems. And I'm still very worried about my family and others. After 3 screenings, there was a Q&A at Sundance, and so many people were asking questions. And many people asked me, aren't you scared to go back to Afghanistan with everything that you did on Afghan Star? All that you said about the Taliban and so on. And that feedback, especially when I saw that we had gotten an award for this show, and everyone in the world was aware that Afghanistan has such a show and that I was a director and presenter of this show, well, I just felt that I was no longer safe to go back to Afghanistan. Of course it's different. When I came to the United States at first, I was freely walking around the streets, nobody recognizing me, nobody knows me, I can go shopping. Well, for 3 years in Afghanistan, I couldn't go shopping freely, I couldn't eat somewhere open in the public. That was a different life. But, that had its own enjoyment and feeling, and this has its own enjoyment and feeling. For 8 years, things, instead of getting better, have gotten worse. I always have that hope in my heart, though, that the next government will change, that we will have a government that changes towards democracy. I mean, up until now, I really was hopeless in Afghanistan, and that hopelessness took me to the United States and towards asylum. I also had the same feeling that, more than anything else, my life was important, and I have to think about my life. And to be very honest with you, I feel that I'm lost and I'm searching for myself, but I'm very happy to be alive.